The number one thing that you should look for in a person is their discipline, okay? Take the glasses off to be serious for a second. If you date people that are not disciplined, that don't have their shit together, you're going to find yourself in a very, very, very toxic relationship, a very unorganized relationship. When you bring people into your life, you're going to encounter a level of chaos, okay? Because you're going to have to do things that are out of your schedule. You're going to have to help them out. You're going to have to do, things you don't want to do. You're going to have to pay for things you don't want to pay for. You're going to have to go to places that you don't really want to be at. And you're going to have to compromise with your partner. That's like what relationships are about. Hello, compromise. You've been learning anything? But the thing is, when you bring in a disciplined person into your life, they can actually help you in certain areas and help you optimize. So the trade-off is not necessarily crazy. Like, you might be dating someone that's very organized with their Google Calendar, their schedule, and they may be able to optimize your day that you currently have. They may be able to put you into connections and relationships that actually help you in your business, in your career, so that you have more money, more firepower, more energy, whatever it is. They also may be able to emotionally calm you down so you don't overreact, all sorts of things. Like, a good partner is going to be really good for you in a lot of ways. But when you bring an extra human being into your life, under your wing, into your partnership, you're going to have to encounter some level of difficulty. Relationships are a luxury for both men and women, but more so for men. If you have a beautiful, loving, kind, feminine woman in your life, you're going to have to take care of her and accommodate her. And, traditionally, she's going to help you in the house. She's going to help you in your mindset. She's going to help stabilize you emotionally, so on and so forth. So the transaction becomes less transactional. It becomes more of an equal reciprocating relationship. That's what people should do. But don't be fooled. When you first start dating somebody, you're going to have to take time out of your day to go meet them up, pay for the date, set it up, make the reservation, so on and so forth. And that makes your life a little more disorganized, a little bit more chaotic, a little bit more not all about you, but it's also about them. But indirectly, it is all about you because you're pouring back into yourself with the relationship. You get what I'm saying? So first and foremost, look at someone's habits. Make sure they're disciplined. The best way to tell if someone's disciplined is to look at their body. Look at their cuerpo. Look at who they are. Your body's a receipt of all your habits. So if someone is put together and they got their, their physicality where it needs to be, they're probably going to be a lot more organized than you think. Now, I've definitely met gym rats that are all over the place. I've met people that are in shape that don't have their shit together. I've met people that are broke that have their body right. And, it just is what it is. Bodybuilding in itself, to be honest with you, a lot of the bodybuilders I know, they're not necessarily the most financially stable. It's an expensive hobby. So, long story short, you got to be very upfront with people, and you got to understand what they're doing right. And I always ask people, like, what's the worst thing about you? What's something I have to watch out for? What's something I can help you with? What's something that you're concerned about that is, something that you really want to fix? And then I tell them the worst things about me. I tell them what I'm not good at. I tell them that I'm not perfect in these areas and I need help here. I don't spring it on them first sentence, but I spring it on to them when I get to know them. And then as I get to know them, I start to effectively let them know, hey, this is what I have to deal with. This is what I have. And it's not all negative, but I try to get the negative right out of the way in the beginning. So that way they're sticker shock. They're like, okay, maybe this person isn't for me. And it'd be better for them to walk away right there than to stay in a relationship with Sumi when they can't handle what Sumi has going on.